Are you okay? Are you good?
I was sitting there with Ori.
Something unexpected happened on stage that night, and most people didn't even realize it at first. In the middle of a high-energy live performance, Taehyung suddenly changed. Only slightly, but enough for those paying attention to notice. His expression tightened. His movements became more careful. And for a brief moment, it looked like he was trying to hold something back. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss the latest taekook updates. Welcome back to Taekook Fans, the best place for fans who always support the journey of these two incredible stars.
I was sitting there with Ori.
But the shocking part was this: the show did not stop. Taehyung did not stop. He continued through every second of the performance as if nothing was wrong.
I was sitting there with Ori.
The same energy, the same charisma, the same smile he tried to keep on his face, even though it was clear something was happening behind it all. Then someone noticed. Jungkook.
I was sitting there with Ori.
In the middle of the bright lights, the screams of thousands of fans, and the chaos of the stage, Jungkook saw the change. Not just the small shift in Taehyung's face, but something deeper. Something many people could not understand, but he recognized immediately.
I was sitting there with Ori.
What happened next was not loud or dramatic. There were no words, no spotlight, no exaggerated reaction. But that is exactly why the moment felt so real.
I was sitting there with Ori.
Because on stage that night, the cameras captured something most people missed at first. A brief moment, yet now replayed again and again by fans. Watched frame by frame, discussed endlessly. Because those few seconds felt more meaningful than the entire performance itself. As the show continued, the atmosphere slowly changed. At first it was subtle, almost hidden behind the music and precise choreography. But once people noticed it, it became impossible to ignore.
I was sitting there with Ori.
Taehyung kept moving forward, and that was the part that touched so many people. Even while looking like he was fighting discomfort, even when his expression faltered for a split second, he kept going as if stopping was never an option. Every movement now looked heavier. Every step seemed to require more effort. This was no longer just entertainment. It was real resilience happening in front of thousands of eyes. From the crowd, that feeling began to spread. The cheers that were once pure excitement slowly mixed with concern. People were no longer just enjoying a concert, they were witnessing something deeply personal unfolding in real time. And through it all, Jungkook stayed alert.
I was sitting there with Ori.
Not in an obvious way, not in a way that disrupted the performance, but through small details almost impossible to notice. A glance that lasted 1 second longer. A position that seemed adjusted just to stay close. A quiet presence that never moved too far away from Taehyung.
I was sitting there with Ori.
That was not part of the choreography. That was care. Taehyung still stood strong, but the effort was becoming more visible. There were brief moments when his energy dipped. Small cracks that showed how hard he was pushing himself to remain professional. But he never stepped back, never left formation, never gave in. And that is what moved so many people even more because he chose to keep going. Jungkook seemed to understand all of it completely. There was a quiet urgency in the way he stayed near. Never dramatic, never trying to draw attention, but clear enough for those who were truly watching. That is the kind of care that does not need words. The kind of understanding that only exists when two people know each other deeply. Every second that passed made that invisible connection feel stronger. The performance continued, but for many people, that night was no longer only about music or dance. It felt like another story was unfolding beneath all the stage lights. As the performance reached its peak, the arena's energy exploded once again. Taehyung lifted his head and returned to his usual powerful presence. He faced the crowd with unshaken determination, even after everything that had changed moments earlier. But Jungkook never truly looked away. Even when formations changed and distance shifted, that quiet awareness was still there, flowing through every movement, never announced, never explained, but undeniably real. And when the music shifted into the next segment, the tension transformed into something even more emotional. Not loud, not dramatic, but impossible to ignore. Because what people witnessed that night was not just a brief incident. It was a human moment, a moment of care, a moment of togetherness that perhaps was never meant to be seen by anyone. And so one question remained in the minds of fans who noticed it. How much of that moment was truly part of the performance? And how much of it came straight from the heart? Thank you for watching and continuing to support this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next taekook update. This video reflects personal opinion and interpretation for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.